So I just took some hot tea recently, so hopefully that helps the voice a little bit. But yeah, my voice is what it is. It is not me faking it. It's not me dry begging, long con. I don't even know how I did it because I've tried to consistently have mainly warm liquids. Even when I bought milk, just because I do an insane amount of research, I would literally always end up leave the milk for a while, get to the books, find time to get through the books, and then do the videos, edit the videos, and fun time comes to actually drink the milk. Is like this thing's insanely warm, but somehow, yeah, my voice is suffering from the flu. Now, I'm not being narcissistic. This is tied to Mr. Scoville. So let's get to the commentary where he did a live, and it was extremely strange. And this is something, again, this is where Knife Hoarder and I differ. And again, listen, I may do stuff more like Knife Hoarder. Apparently doing the short bursts of anger is more effective. Everyone has their own style. But he was kind of mocking that Reese and Scoville would sometimes go on for 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever, for the live streams. Not one of these ones. In fact, that was unusual. I thought this was like a pre-recorded thing. He was on for like 20, 30, less than 40 minutes. That is very strange for him. And he said he has back problems. He says, okay, I'm just going to make this quick. I'm feeling a little pain. I got to see a doctor. Okay, well, 2 things before we get to the substance of what he said about Reese. He said this a couple times on different things. Like, one of the things people are mocking him over is the ladder. Like, he claimed a while ago he fell off a ladder. That caused him a lot of pain. Even Reese was like, yeah, I don't think he fell off a ladder. And I take this a little personal because I had this leg injury from last year. And listen, I take ownership. I was just being stupid. I was trying to get to work. Literally, I got hired. It was my literal first day. And I was also just bat stupid too. I should have probably just not gone further. But it was really dark and I fell. And my knee just was really painful. So I take it a little offensive if he was faking a leg injury, because I'm like, really? But maybe it's real. Maybe he does have a back injury. So he was apparently in a lot of pain trying to do his commentary. I don't disagree with the substance of the Blake commentary yet. Things are getting crazier with Blake Lively and Justin. It's getting more and more nuts. And as deceptive as she's been, it's exploding to other people how deceptive they've been. So that's fascinating. So, okay, he wants to be snarky about that. But let's get to the main event with Reese, where apparently people gave him a summary of either the Thunder video or the video before that, where she, I wouldn't say rehabilitates him, but basically she concedes, right? Because the big tape is out there now, right? Now we have the unedited version. We had the edited version too, like Goot, Knife Hoarder, and others have played parts of it. I've played little snippets here and there. I've just been careful because these people are crazy with copyright strikes, so I have to be careful. So we now have more or less the full picture of the tapes and how they were generated. And Reese had to admit, yeah, I did a lot of it for money. I care about money. I care about the jesters. I care about making money from the tapes and from the jesters. So that was not her initial story. Her initial story was she felt a lot of fear. Scoville was threatening her. She was trying to save women, but she needed to put this out there because she needed to save women. But now she's like, yeah, it was about greed. So it doesn't make them look a lot better, but it makes them now look kind of equally guilty. And I want to be clear, she wasn't really trying to help him. It's more, she was really going after Sam, Goot, Knife Hoarder, Marilyn. And listen, I'm implicated too. She's clearly attacking a lot of these people, us, the haters. And so she wanted to basically say, these are the grifters. Compared to them, Mr. Scoville is actually kind of okay-ish. So she was kind of forced to defend him a little bit to make us look really bad. So how did Scoville react to the good news that finally she's telling the truth? Mr. Scoville, you're not the villain of the story. And he's like, okay, well, if this is accurate, he's glad because he felt that he was being unfairly victimized, which to some extent he was, like making him 100% responsible while she was totally ignorant is kind of silly. She knew a lot about these things. She knew the names and who these people. She flatly admits it, saying, "Oh yeah, I know who they are. I know where they are." So it's like, well, then you did know a lot of this. So it's like it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. I guess he just was alarmed that she was not in on the con as much as she thought. Right? She was also being conned. But him victimizing women, not really her main concern. Okay, so he's like, okay, that's good. She's giving people fuller context. But his stance is like, listen, I'm just neutral. I don't pay attention to this stuff. I'm going to stay away from any and all commentaries about me. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't believe him because he's clearly responding to some people specifically. So he had to listen to some of it. So either he or his brother have looked at some of these videos. So I don't believe him. He's gone cold turkey. However, that is his official stance. He is neutral on what Reese is doing. Okay, that's interesting. Now let's get to Reese herself. And there were a lot of aspects. I treated some of them in the previous video. But holy cow, there was like so many tangents she went to. She was being very repetitive with the main thing that we're to blame. We're the real grifters. She's good. It's okay. She wants money. The Jesters is her story. She's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful African-American Oprah woman saving everyone. Blah, 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 blah. We're the really evil, godless. She called us devil's rejects. I thought it was hilarious. She just sounded unhinged. And she was wrong in two respects. She thought she would lose a ton of people. It's actually ironic. He didn't lose really many more people. So now he's below 25,000 subscribers. But he seems to stop bleeding, basically. He's lost perhaps all the subscribers he's going to lose. That's where he is. But yeah, that live was shocking. He had almost 0 people watching and only 40 likes. Again, even now when he's at a very low state, he usually gets 100, 130 likes and at least maybe 600, 700 views. But last time I checked, I was like, wow, that's pretty small for you. So he's not a good place with his channel, which is a good thing. Okay, now with her, she's only lost maybe 100 people, which given how hateful that tirade is. And let me get to the substance here. She flatly admits she was using Scientology training. She flatly admits saying, guys, I've been training 20 years of hatred. I'm going to use it right now. I'm a Scientologist. In fact, and I want to be careful. I don't think she ever addressed me directly, but she clearly addressed us collectively and said, none of you bozos could ever make it in Scientology. I just want to linger on that and that specific insult. And I'm not phrasing her correctly. She did it in a very specific way. We're losers or idiots. None of you idiots could make it in Scientology for 1 week. Right. I mean, does Knife Order want to read Dianetics? Is Casper trying to join the cult? Listen, I hate Marilyn. She's a piece of garbage. But I don't think Marilyn secretly wishes to become the biggest Scientologist in the universe. So it's that's not an insult, dummy. That's how weird her accusations and hatred were. It's on the one hand, somehow we're the real long con grifters. At the same time, we're complete idiots and can't really grift. Okay? And our grift is so good, but also so bad, it's it would never work in Scientology. So it's just such a bizarre video where she's actually confirming a lot of the accusations, saying, guys, what's the problem? Oh, I'm a grifter. I'm a hardcore Scientologist. I've been faking it. Yeah, so? And I guess the end result is, guys, I'm a hardcore hater. I'm a hardcore Scientologist. I'll crush you. I'm Reese. I'm tough. I'm evil. I'm super powerful. These losers, they can't do anything to me. I'm Reese. I'm relatable. My Scientology is very relatable. Right, that's what we're saying. It's very strange. It's when you accuse someone of, hey, I think you said 2 + 2 = 4. And you said, yes, I said 2 + 2 = 4, you idiot. Right, you just said it in a mean way, but you literally said what Knife Order said about you. You added some bells and whistles. It's very strange. And it's the counter accusation is, you can never do what I do. I grift. really, really well. Okay, so it's very weird. So she's actually absolving me and Knife Hoarder and a lot of other people, but not Sam. Somehow Sam is actually the devil. That's a whole other video I'm going to do. I'm like, her theology lessons were hilarious, but it's like, right, thanks, Reese. I mean, I've been accused of being a secret Scientologist for years, but apparently she's like, no, you're not. You're nothing. You're pathetic. You can never be a Scientologist. Okay, thanks. That's not an insult. So it's a truly bizarre video. And again, I would tell people, I've always tell people, go look for yourself. Even with this video, there's not much to see. You can just go randomly, skip 20 minutes, listen for 5 or 7 minutes. That's the whole video. She just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. But within those repetitions, she changes the accusation a little bit. And I'm like, I found that section to be the most ridiculous part. It's like, right, but Knife Hoarder never said he wanted to become a Scientologist. So it's like, believe me, he's not going to get insulted saying, you will never be a Scientologist. Okay. He never said he wanted to be one. I never said I wanted to be one. I was like, but thank you that we're not going to be welcome in the actual official cult. We're also not welcome to the Marissa Scientology cult either. You can't be in the official. You can't even master my own Marissa Scientology. You're pathetic. You are totally free of the Scientology. Thank you, Marissa. That's kind of what we wanted. Thanks. I know that's not meant as a compliment by her, but thank you. If that accusation ever comes up that Knife Hoarder is secretly a Scientologist, no, he's not strong enough to be one. Neither am I. Apparently none of our haters can be. Thanks. Thank you, Marissa. That's what we've been saying for years, but thank you for confirming what we never wanted to be that. But thank you anyway.